Hello, I'm Tracy Diane. Welcome to my channel. Welcome, please subscribe to my video if you like it. Of course, all the rest with the thumbs up and thumb down. Um, I was for this video, um, since the last one. Uh, let's put it this way. I was born in the '60s, so I do have a very vague memory of that time period, and I remember there were music about peace, love, harmony. And I remember stickers and T-shirts and uh, hoping for peace and that sort of thing. And of course, television talk about people on television will talk about peace and love. And of course, all through school, you learn during that time frame there was a peace movement. And up to now, from like the 1960s, and it's now 2023, and I always think up to now, all the issues that we were trying to fight for at the time would have somehow no longer a problem, no longer an issue. And I, instead of getting better, I think somehow either we were stuck or we're just somehow going backwards. So things are not as better as they should have been. And I kind of wonder why. I mean, what's keeping us stuck here? And I just uh, where things are going on in uh, Washington D.C. these lately, it's chaos. Uh, it's a nightmare as far as I'm concerned, and I think there's not a lot we could do. So, I mean, that's the hard part. I think is not be able to have the control of what goes on in the in that area. But and that's why part of the reason why I decided to create a peace movement of my own. Um, as I thought about the peace movement back then, it was assuming that back then maybe the peace movement people weren't quite ready for that, for things to get better. I think the whole purpose of the peace movement back then was it was like it's like planting a seed, the idea of a peace. I mean, like I kind of mentioned in another video, uh, all throughout life we've had wars and discrimination and all kinds of stuff that's not good for us. And up to then, up to '60s, people were ready for something new. Or I think that's was the whole point, as to people to speak out, because when there was peace movement, there was also civil rights movements. There's oh the women's rights uh, movement as well. So and there was a lot of wakening up in a lot of areas. So I think maybe when we were wanting peace at the time, it wasn't people weren't quite ready for it. I think now we're in a position that we're ready. At least I like to think so. Um, um, let's see what else. Uh, if we're going to do this peace movement, it's going to have to be something different than what we did before. I feel like rallies and protests, that kind of thing, doesn't work. I mean, back then, peace was kind of a fad kind of thing where was going to it wasn't going to stay. It was a permanent situation. Whereas I would want peace to be a forever thing, and I'm sure all of you would feel the same way. Uh, so, like I said, I think rallies and uh, protests works because the problem about peace is that there's a lot of resistance out there, especially back then in the '60s. I think that's part of why we haven't progressed like we should have. But peace movement or rallies and stuff like that would uh, make them more anxious, and we don't we we want things to be more civil than that, and and we don't want them to have a reason to get fired up. And like I said, I think that's why what happens with protests. So if you're all ready, let me know down below. Say that I'm ready for peace. Um, and let's work it out together. I mean, I'm tired of all this crap. I want things to be better for us, and I'm sure all of you feel the same way. So let's bring back peace. Let's get the ball rolling. Bye.